Be sure and tell them Large Marge sent ya.
In the 90s, we were just teeny tykes. We liked our movies and our bikes. We wanted to be DJs, but we were just teeny gals. So we went off to college and we remained best pals. 20 years later, we're still watching flicks and we're bringing you the feeling bit by bit. Sweetie and Sweetie are here to say it's the Large Marge Santos podcast. Hey, hey.
Should all oppressed people be allowed refuge in America? Amber will take the con position. Cher will be pro. Cher, 2 minutes.
So, okay, like right now, for example, the Haitians need to come to America. But some people are all, what about the strain on our resources? But it's like, when I had this garden party for my father's birthday, right? I said RSVP because it was a sit-down dinner. But people came that, like, did not RSVP. So I was, like, totally bugging. I had to haul ass to the kitchen, redistribute the food, squish in extra place settings. But by the end of the day, it was like, the more, the merrier. And so, if the government could just get to the kitchen, rearrange some things, we could certainly party with the Haitians. And in conclusion, may I please remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, welcome to the Large Marge Sent Us podcast, your favorite podcast where two sweetie sisters talk about their favorite flicks from childhood and beyond. I'm Sweetie.
And I'm Sweetie.
And today we have done an ultimate favorite / classic 90s flick that everyone loves. I'm pretty sure. I've never met anybody that does not like this movie. Yeah. If I did meet you and you didn't tell me, then I fucking hate you.
Don't tell me.
We can't be friends anymore.
We can't be friends.
It is Clueless. As if. The ultimate. Written and directed by Amy Heckerling, who also did our beloved Look Who's Talking. Mm-hmm. Did she do Look Who's Talking too? Did we look that up?
Oh, I think so. It's like her baby.
I mean, I just
get
don't,
it, baby.
I doubt she did the third one with the dogs, but I'm just saying.
Who fucking knows? What has she done recently?
No,
miss her.
I feel like she doesn't get talked about.
Miss that
bitch when people bring up female directors.
What?
You know, I don't know.
Well, let's
people were like,
Catherine
Bigelow, and I don't know. It's just a thought. But yeah, so I think most people love this movie, especially if you are a girl, which is not being sexist, but it's mostly women, right?
I mean, no.
Mostly, I'm saying, not like
she's
not
directed
saying
a lot of
no.
TV episodes. Yes, I think a lot of girls like this movie. I think it would be a teenage rom-com, right? Classified as that. Mm-hmm. The main person is a woman. But I think a movie that men and women can sit down and both watch, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Now, but I just don't see many men being like, Clueless is my favorite movie. Like,
they're in the closet about it. They love it.
Totally. Yeah. Fuck you guys.
So this movie was from 1995. I thought it was later for some reason because I thought
right.
So. My friend Liz Peachy from high school. Shout out to Liz if you're listening to this episode. We had this thing we used to call the Magic 9, which were 9 movies that we were like obsessed with and could quote.
Didn't you write it on a piece of paper and like put it in your diary or something?
Yeah. So we could quote from top to bottom, like the whole thing. And so this was one of them.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Part of the Magic 9. Wayne's World 1 and 2. Yeah. Robin Hood Men in Tights. Clueless. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn, I'm not great at counting.
I'll have to call Liz up and see what the other ones were.
Too bad you threw out the list.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura.
He was a favorite.
Anyway, so I know this movie by heart, as I think Sweetie does too. Yeah. We were basically just like quoting the quotes before they happened. That kind of a movie watch, you know? which is so enjoyable.
I saw it in the theater recently, and every
in the theater recently?
Yeah, the Coolidge Corner Theater.
That's
and
cool.
every line was a laugh out loud moment from everybody, and not just one or two people, but literally the entire theater. So it just really shows you the power of the writing and how great and just marvelous it is. Yeah. And we just love it.
It's written so well, and I'm going to put this thought out there, but I want to discuss it after the synopsis.
Okay.
There's so many 90s references to this movie that I wonder if people, kids even watching this who are 10 years younger than us, like have any idea what this movie's about. So just hold that in your brain.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it
Ruminating.
after. Yep.
Storing it.
So let's get into it.
Okay.
One Alaya dress at a time. It's the Sweetie synopsis, as if
I was going to do something like that. Sweeties. Cher Horowitz is a 15-year-old high school student who lives in Beverly Hills in a mansion with her father, a lawyer. Her mother died when she was little during a routine liposuction procedure. She has a stepbrother named Josh, his mother was married to Cher's dad for like a hot second, but he's always around the house because Josh might want to be a lawyer, so he's trying to learn some tips. Cher also has a best friend named Dion, who's pretty cool. And yeah, the movie, it's kind of, you can't really go into synopsis world in this movie too much because it's more like just happenings, I always felt. Like, it's not like there's like, the central focus is that a new girl comes to school named Ty, and Cher kind of puts on her responsibility that she'll make over Ty and turn her into like a popular girl and be a friend and find her a boyfriend and everything.
Cher is what you would call a matchmaker.
A matchmaker, yeah. So they go through that, and it's just her ups and downs in high school life. She soon realizes that she can't be fulfilled by doing stuff, pretty much. I mean,
we kind of tell what happens. I don't know why you're
just
not
it's
wanting
not
to
like
do
it's not like
synopsis.
synopsis level. Like,
yes, it is.
I don't know.
So the new girl
I just don't
comes
think
to
that
school.
stuff is like that important. I just
the whole
wanna
thing's
just
important.
I just want to get to like
Let's do it really
the
quick.
stuff.
So the new girl comes to school. She's like, I'm going to give you a makeover. Fixes her up, pushes her towards this guy named Elton. She tries to matchmake, but what turns out happening is that Elton actually likes Cher, and all the feelings that she was getting from Elton that he liked this girl Ty were actually directed towards Cher. So they go to this party. She gets a ride home from Elton. He assaults her in the car. Thinks like they're supposed to be together. She gets out. Blah blah blah. That's over. She has to tell Ty Elton does not like her. Meanwhile, new boy Christian comes to town, and Cher does not like high school boys. She always makes it a thing. Ew, high school boys are gross. I wouldn't date him, whatever. Christian is a high school boy, but he just feels a little different. He's more mature. He dresses nice. And it's finally someone she likes because she's always like matchmaking other people. Mm-hmm. Christian turns out to be gay. She throws this like whole nice little date for him, and he doesn't tell her this. She finds out like secondhand that he's gay, and she's like, I'm such a bonehead, blah, blah, blah. Then she like gets into a fight with Ty because Ty confesses that she likes Josh. For some reason, like Cher does not want this to happen, and she can't figure out why. But she goes for a walk after she fails her driver's test. I mean, this is kind of random, but and figures out that she loves Josh. So what is she gonna do?
She is gonna. Honestly, she gets kind of like vulnerable. Like, she doesn't know how to act. This is like new territory for her. And so she kind of is like unsure of herself. She's usually so confident, but she just gets like unsure of herself in that moment. I just like the way that she plays that part of that. So she gets kind of like shy and like doesn't know what to say because she's like, oh my God, what do I do? But slowly they come together and they have a big kiss on the stairs, and they're together basically. And it's nice.
Happily ever after, everyone. Ty ends up going with the Lodi. I think it's Lodi.
I'm still confused about
stoner, Travis Birkenstock. Dion's with Murray.
Always has been.
Always has been.
Will.
It's always been her beau. And then now Cher is a boyfriend.
Yep.
She's dating her ex-stepbrother. Yay!
I just don't think it's that weird, but we'll get to it.
So Happily Ever After ending. This story is based off of Emma, the book by Jane Austen. Also a movie with Gwyneth Paltrow, if you've ever seen that. And the guy from The Net, Jeremy Northam.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Remember?
He's the main love interest. Oh.
So if you remember, if you ever read any Jane Austen or seen any Jane Austen movies, so in that time period, so it was 1850s or whatever, there was all this confusion. Someone would send a letter, but then someone else's letter would get mixed up and sent to the wrong person, and they would think that person was in love with them, but they really weren't. They were in love with someone else who they meant to send the letter to. It was always crazy, whatever. So Amy Heckerling was asked to create a teenage rom-com for whatever movie studio she was working on. And she remembered the plot of Emma so fondly from her high school English class and decided to do sort of a modern take on it. And Clueless was born.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's really very creative. Just the level of... I read a quick synopsis of Emma because I've actually never read it.
I don't think I have either.
Ever. Or seen Emma, the movie, so...
The movie is okay.
In the dark.
I don't like it because fucking Gwyneth Paltrow and her British accent, there's so many amazing British actresses. Give me a fucking break. Stop putting her in things with that shitty British accent. And rant.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
Goop.
You're goop.
That's her fucking
I know. But it's just so inventive and just the way that she put the spin on it of Valley Girls, Beverly Hills, California, 90s, popular girl. It's just so perfect.
Yeah.
So I really value it. And it's, like I said, it's just an amazing piece, masterful cinema right here. Right here, folks. Yeah. My first memories, I think my friends and I watched this. I think my friend had the VHS, and she had one of those little TVs in her room. And we would just watch this every day, pretty much. We just really wanted to be Cher.
Yes. I want to be Cher
just
now.
Such an unattainable goal in everybody's life, I think. And I don't think anybody ever got to the point where they're I am Cher.
What? Nobody is Cher.
No way. It's just I don't know. I've never seen anybody as pretty as Alicia Silverstone is in this movie. She's just so pretty. It's not fair.
Yeah. My question is, whatever happened to Alicia Silverstone?
Well, now I think she's doing a lot of nature. She's
she's an animal rights activist and a super vegan.
I'll tell you. I bet she does not talk to Stacey Dash anymore. I'll tell you that much.
I know. But let's just give a shout out and remembrance to 90s Alicia Silverstone, who was the it girl. I mean, it started with those Aerosmith videos, right? And then it was just
bam, 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 bam.
She was in everything. Bam. Remember that? Yep. Oh my God. Have you ever seen her, the one?
Excess Baggage?
No. Oh. That one's weird. Is that with Benicio del Toro?
I think so.
Yeah. No, the babysitter one with Carrie Elways, where she's super. She's trying to
Oh, you always talk about.
Oh my God,
this.
it's so creepy.
We'll have to watch it.
She's total bad girl babysitter. She's
she's a bad girl
obsessed.
babysitter.
Yeah, it's Fatal Attraction, but she's a babysitter and she's young. Oh my God.
Do you know how old she was when she did this movie?
So she's 40 years old right now.
Okay.
So this movie was
95.
In 95. So 20 years ago, 22 years ago. So minus 40.
20? 22.
18.
18. I told you I don't do math. I try to avoid it at all costs. Okay, that makes sense. I always thought
she was about right.
Yeah. Well, I just always thought she was so old in this. Watching it, she just seemed old. I mean, when I was watching it, I was in
Stacey
elementary
Dash was
school.
27.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was in elementary school when watching this, and they just seemed so old. High school seemed like such a big kids thing. I was like, oh my God, there's going to be girls with nose jobs.
But didn't you feel like that with high school, that they did seem so much older? Remember when our sister Liz was in high school and she seemed so old?
Yeah.
But then once I got there, I was like, wait,
even
this is it?
she's supposed to be 15 in this, and she seems so old.
She was. I think there is a big jump from when you're 15, let's say you're a freshman, to when you're... That's why high school is so fucked up, because you're going to school with kids where it's they're 14 years old, and then some are 18, and even though that's only 4 years, it's a huge gap in both maturity level and how you look, so totally. Yeah, but anyway, I miss Alicia Silverstone. I'm glad she's like doing her like animal activism, like not eating cheese life, but I miss you. Come back.
Sorry about the cheese. But yeah, and it just always strikes me it's so interesting how every time I watch this I find a new thing to get. That like I never like you can watch this movie so many times when you're little, and you watch it every year you get older, and every year you understand more things about it. That
it's
you're
like,
hey,
same thing.
Yeah, I feel like I've learned everything.
Well, this one is so dense with pop culture jokes.
Yeah,
I think that might be part of it.
Maybe. But it's like I didn't know what that stuff was. Like I didn't know who Kenny G was when I was watching this as a child, but I still was like, haha, it's like all those times. What was that movie we were talking about where you'd always laugh at like something and you had no idea what it was? Like, I feel like that's a common theme with every movie we talk about.
Wayne's World?
No, it was something we talked about here.
Pubes?
Oh, maybe in the pubes part. No, I feel it's a common theme with these movies because we just know. So you just know when something's funny, so you just find it funny. So I know you wanted to answer this after. Oh, it is after the synopsis.
No,
but but I think that's why this movie will hold up, because there's parts about it that are funny, and then those little pop culture tidbits are not a central focus as to jokes. Like an entire joke doesn't center around like knowing who Kenny G is.
Exactly.
It's knowing that Josh is a loser in Cher's eyes, and she's making a joke.
I think as you grow up and become more worldly, let's say, like you'll get to know these jokes. So that's why this, like just like you said, watching this movie at like various stages of your life. Like I recommend that with books sometimes too. Yeah. Like if you read it, you should read a book if you really like it, like throughout your life, like every 10 years or something, because you see it so much differently through an eye of the years you've lived like thus far. So like I wrote down some of like the pop culture ones that I feel like if you like, even like I said, like 10 years younger than us, let's say, you'd be like, what? So they make a reference to Marky Mark. So Josh is like in this group called the Tree People or something at college. Yeah. He's like, guess what? We're gonna get Marky Mark to plant a tree for us. And she's like, oh, like he takes time out of his pants dropping schedule. Like, so if you remember, like, so Mark Wahlberg is huge right now. So everyone knows who Mark Wahlberg is. Do they know that he used to be Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch?
That's not fair.
And used to be an underwear model.
Right, but that's his fault for being for throwing away that part of his career.
No, but that's like a reference that I think like not a lot of people will get. Right. The Kato reference to O.J. Simpson, they probably will now.
Oh my god, I did not get that.
Oh,
even though I've watched all the O.J. Simpson stuff and was around for the O.J. Simpson trial, I always thought it had to do with the. Wait, why did she say that? Why did she like say that line?
Because he's like taking stuff out of the fridge like a house guest.
Oh,
and is like,
okay.
Like
I don't know. In my head, I was thinking like, isn't Kato the name of somebody's like a superhero's sidekick, like the Green Hornet or something?
Name, but Kato Kalin, come on. And then she goes when Ty finds out that Cher is a virgin, and Dion goes, she's saving herself for Luke Perry, like 90210 reference. Yeah. And I mean, they've already fucking remade that shit. So even if you told a kid, oh, 90210, they'd be like, oh yeah, that series with like the black brother, and you'd be like, no.
Yeah, it's weird. Like if you like make a movie today, and who would you pick as like the hot studs that girls would be attracted to? You would pick these kinds of, and who knows who's going to make it? Like no one's going to be a George Clooney and like hang around for the rest of their lives. No, like definitely. Obviously, I'm like, no offense, Luke Perry. Even Christian Slater, like there's a line in Buffy, same thing. I mean,
let's remember the 90s. Like he was the thing.
I thought Jason Priest. Oh no, Luke Perry was. Okay, you're right. You're right.
He was. I was a Brendan girl.
Okay,
Brandon.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, he was Brandon Walsh.
Get it right.
But I was always a Brandon girl. But there's always those girls who like the bad boys, and they like Luke Perry.
I think I'm more attracted to Luke Perry.
He's that weird scar on his eyebrow.
Impurities are nice. It keeps them.
But yeah, and then even like fresh. To the Mentos commercial, like remember the Mentos commercials, how like crazy those were?
So this is my problem with Mentos. Well, first of all, I only like the fruit ones. I think the mint ones are bullshit. Like I do not want a sucky, chewy mint. No thanks.
I liked both of them.
I only like the fruit ones.
The school store every day before my history class.
Do you throw out the orange ones? Because I do. Like I hate orange.
I ate them all.
Sometimes once I got 5 pink ones in a row, and I was like, "It's my lucky day."
The fruit ones were fucking good though.
But so
you just suck on them and they like kind of gooey.
I ate a whole pack the other day at work. So back to Mentos. I keep confusing in my head the theme song for Folgers and Mentos, like the end of it.
Best part of
Waking up is Folgers in your cup. And then I always want to be like,
Mentos, fresh,
no, but then I always think there's an end part.
Mentos fresh and full of life.
But
Mentos,
then
the fresh maker.
But then I always want to insert Mentos the Fresh Maker after I sing the Folgers commercial because it's like the same.
You're crazy.
I don't know. It's just a thing that I have a problem with.
Yeah, but I don't know. This movie's like a big hug from the 90s, so
yeah,
I fucking love it.
Yeah, I know. It makes me feel it's just cozy, even though I never had cool clothes like that or could wear knee socks and.
Yeah, remember when the knee sock trend came so hard from this movie?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yep,
that was the
big
thing.
time. I heard a rumor it's coming back. I'm not sure though.
I did see the backpack. Remember the mini backpack?
Yes, those
are
back.
totally back.
Those are back.
And she was rocking that many a time.
Totes.
So going along with the fashion stuff, what was your favorite Cher outfit?
Oh my God. Well, I wrote down many that I love. My ultimate favorite is the driver's test outfit. It's like that long white like tuxedo shirt that like covers, sheer that covers her skirt. And then like a sparkly like the sweater vest also from this movie, like huge deal. I think that's my favorite outfit. Sans the silver strappy shoes, not into that.
God, the 90s shoes were so bad.
I was also really into her weird like black see-through
high-heeled loafers.
Yeah, but her black see-through kind of goth turn at the beginning with the necklace I liked. Anytime she wore like a long necklace and choker with necklace, I love that. Also in Dion corner, she has crazy outfits, but I'm obsessed with her red pleather mini skirt and like blue sweater she wears in one scene. I'm like really into that outfit.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it. What about you?
I love all the little party dresses. I think those are so great. Again, I hate the shoes as well. Can't stand the shoes in here. It's all like high-heeled Doc Martens and loafers and those ones we talked about, the closed-toed strappy sandal. Yeah. Anyway, I do love a good clog.
Do you? Never seen. I've literally never seen you wear a clog.
I saw someone wearing one the other day, and I was like,
"Was it a nurse?"
No, it was not a Dansko. Worn by nurses and waitresses alike. No, so I like all the party dresses. So the red one, the Alaya dress, and the white Calvin Klein one, and that like little red one she wears
like underwear
on the date with Christian. Love all those, but the one I like really love is the one where she has like the little beret and the coat with like the little the coat is like longer than her mini skirt.
Fall.
Yeah, and she does like the little curtsies and where the cafeteria like lunch place
very
is.
well.
Yeah, looks so cute.
Yeah,
I even like that one in the end where I think she wears a headband really well. She looks so cute in like a headband.
Oh yeah, that one's
kind of like the thick pink headband.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that one's
I
nice.
just love all of them.
Yeah,
and like all the plaid kind of ones are like not really my jam.
Yeah, there's
so
one. Yeah, there's a few that are okay, but yeah, the yellow plaid I could do without, even though that's like the trademark outfit. Never been into that. But yeah, just so many good ones. Just really brings me back to my pleather thing that happened. Not even pleather. It was like plastic. Remember I had that blue see-through mini backpack with it was like white pleather and then like blue Oh my God, I was so obsessed with that.
We had some good 90s clothes.
Yeah.
We really were.
Man, I miss it.
We only had like 3 stores in the Cape Cod Mall, but we made it work.
Yeah. I would like to talk about how creepy Elton is in this. I mean, gross. Like his Elton and his fucking back rubs and like random hugs and kisses that he gives Cher randomly in class. I mean, the signs were there, people. The signs were there.
It was just like watching The Sixth Sense, like after you've already seen it and you know, like you see, Bruce Willis is totally dead and this is why. You can see that the Elton signs
it's
are totally
so creepy. It's the suck and blow. It's like it's too much. Like you can't handle it. He just skews me out, and I'm sorry. I think it's from this movie. I recently watched 6 Feet Under, and he has a big part in that show. And he's also like crazy.
He was in Law and
creepy.
The last season of Law and Order. Last couple as a detective. Yeah, and I couldn't ever warm up to him in that either.
It's just career sabotage being Elton in this. Sorry.
Ugh. That part where he like sings in the car. You know when you have like blush moments when you're watching a movie, you're like embarrassed for somebody and you're like blushing. You're like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed for them.
You mean turn away, turn away?
I can't.
Turn
the fucking
away.
cranberries. Excuse me. I left my Cranberry CD in the quad. Can I go get it? Get over the cranberries.
Oh my god, please.
Loser. I mean, I know they were big in the 90s, so we can't give him too much shit for that. But
he's a rapist.
yeah, he's awful.
He sucks. Yeah, so that was what I wanted to bring up. Anything before we get into the sweetie segments?
What are sweetie segments?
Sweetie confusion, sweetie alumni, sweetie questions.
I mean,
we have several
so
segments.
So a couple of my like favorite parts.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about favorite parts.
I just wrote down like random lines, basically. So the one where she's like trying to find a girlfriend for Mr. Hall. So she's like, okay, Mr. Hall is the debate teacher and give her a really low grade. So she figures out if she finds him a girlfriend, he'll like stop being so mean and give everyone better grades and be nicer. So she's like they do this kind of cool thing where it's like a camera going around like the lunch lounge at the school. So she goes to each table and she's like, the evil trolls in the math department. Can you believe it? Like they're married. And it's so funny because that's so true. If you like think back to your math teachers.
Yeah.
And then it's like, in the grand tradition of PE teachers, Miss Stoker seems to be same-sex oriented. She's like throwing like garbage into the trash can. Anyway, I love that part. I love the part where Travis Birkenstock, again, like best name ever, so Mr. Hall again does this thing about tardies. He's like obsessed with tardies. I don't know what happened if he had like too many tardies. But he like goes through and tells everyone how many tardies they have. So Travis Birkenstock has 38 tardies, by far the most in the class. And then Travis takes it upon like that moment to do like a speech to the class. Is the amazing speech. He's like, my tardies would not be possible if it weren't like for the following people. And the part I always love is the LA City bus driver for taking a chance on an unknown kid.
We've been saying that a lot recently. I don't know why.
Because we ride the bus a lot?
Maybe. Or
for my parents for never giving me a ride.
Yeah.
So funny.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great.
Love it so much. One I say all the time is I hate fucking skateboards. They are annoying as fuck. And kids are annoying on them. They're always like running over.
I can't believe they're still a thing.
Yeah, exactly. So every time I see a skateboard, I go, skateboards? That's so 5 years ago. Like I'm still saying
and
that.
At this point, it's like 20 years ago.
Yes. God, every time I see someone on a skateboard,
God.
I'm like, get over the skateboards.
It's so annoying.
It's like if we saw rollerblades.
It's not a practical thing.
I know.
To get around on.
Ugh.
Totally. My favorite scene, I would say, is when they get stuck on the freeway when Dion's driving. I just think that part just always cracks me up. It's just so funny. And it always made the freeway seem so terrifying to me as a child. I was like, oh God, I hope I never have to drive on the freeway.
That was you for a while. Scaredy cat driver.
That wasn't the freeway. It was a regular highway. Is the freeway just like a highway? Why is that so scary? Please explain.
In LA, they are like these crazy 6-lane highways and everybody drives super fast. Wow. So it's like really intense. That one wasn't that bad, but they're crazy in LA, I will say.
Okay.
I mean, I've driven a lot and even those were like, what is going on?
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I won't drive there, I guess.
No.
I'll stay away from her then. Yeah, that's my favorite scene by far.
One of my favorite scenes is when Ty falls down the stairs. So they go to this college party and like Cher goes with Christian and then Josh decides to go too because it's like his college party and then he goes along to like chaperone them. So Ty shows up later and so they're all like dancing and then Cher's like, look, there's Ty, and she's like on the top of the stairs and she's like waving really hard and then like steps on the stairs and just like slides. It's only like 4 stairs, but like slides down the stairs and she's like, oh my God, and like runs to her like, are you okay? She's like, now I'm gonna be known all night as the girl who fell on her butt. And Cher's like, no one noticed. And then this guy comes up, this like random stranger's like, man, are you okay? Man, that looked pretty bad. And she's like, gee, thanks.
That looked really bad.
So like that happens. I always say that like that looked pretty bad. I don't know. I always like quote that part, but it always reminds me like when I do like bad falls in public. So like a couple months ago, I was waiting for the bus. And for like the bus I wait for, I have to like kind of flag it down sometimes so it can't see me. So I was like standing on this tree with like the roots kind of sticking out and it was slippery. And I slipped on the root and fell into the road. I got up. He luckily he was like kind of far away, but he definitely saw it. So I got on the bus, and he goes, "Are you okay?" And all I wanted in my mind, all I said was like, "That looked pretty bad."
I wish
it was great. Remember, I texted you right after.
I saw it. Yeah, I know.
I was
and
I just fell in the road.
Still so upset I've missed it.
That was my real Ty moment.
Our favorite thing is like seeing people, or like if one of us falls, or seeing other people fall. It's like our favorite thing, right? Yeah. We're terrible people. Okay, so let's start with, I guess, sweetie questions or sweetie confusion.
Your choice, all the same to me.
Okay. Well, all right. Sweetie confusion. Sweetie confusion. Yeah. I'm so confused. I guess I'll just do all the sound effects. Okay. So a lot of confusion. It's like you don't get the jokes until you're older. Well, I wrote down 3 that stuck with me the most.
Okay.
So when Ty's like, "You guys, I've never had straight friends before," and then Cher and Dion look at each other like, I just never got that. I was like, why? Like, I kind of got it, but like,
you get
not.
It now?
Yeah,
okay.
yes, but like, it's just so Ty's saying like just like straight up friends before, right?
No, they're not gay.
No, but I think Cher and Dion think that's what she meant, but I think it's Ty's like lingo.
Oh, I thought Ty
like
meant
straight friends.
She only had straight, or like not into drugs. Wait,
all right,
maybe we're still confused. Watching this now, I thought it meant that Ty had was only friends with gay guys.
That's what Dion and Cher thought. Yeah. That's why they gave each other a weird look.
Okay,
but I think that Ty meant something else, which we're still confused about. Clearly, okay, so still a confusion.
Okay, and I want to add one too. So sort of the same scene when she says, "I could really use some herbal refreshment." Is that one you wrote down? Okay. And they're like, "Oh, yeah, well, we don't have any tea or anything, but we got Coke and stuff." Shit, you guys got Coke here? Didn't get that at all.
Why didn't you get it? Because you were like, why is she so surprised they have Coca-Cola at the school?
Yeah. And I thought it was like, she thought California was like out of this world, that they wouldn't have, like, or they were too rich to have Coca-Cola or something like that. Not that it was a drug reference.
Yeah. And like it works either way. Like it can still be funny if you think that.
Right. No, I think that's the great thing about all these.
Totally. And then my last one was after the freeway incident. Murray and Dion start making out, and Cher's voiceover is like, after that, Dion and Murray's virginity went from technical to non-existent. And I always thought that like they had sex in the car like at that moment, and I was like, wow, that's so awkward for Cher. Like she has nowhere to go. They just turned off the freeway. Ugh. So yeah.
So if Dion was technically a virgin, you'd think they just did everything else and just weren't doing the P and the V.
I guess.
Yeah. Never really got that either. Let's be honest.
Yeah. True.
I was like, what does that mean?
True. Yeah, but yeah, those are my conclusions.
Okay, I only wrote down that one about when at the end they're at the Pismo Beach disaster rally, fundraiser, whatever, and Travis shows up and she's like, oh, like, first of all, she goes, he sits on the box, remember, and she goes, proper?
Whopper?
No, I think she goes, proper, like, and watching this the first time, I thought that was like her nickname for him, or maybe his first name. No. Proper Burgers.
No, I think it's like, I think she's saying, I always thought she was saying Whopper, like you brought a lot of stuff.
I think she says proper, first of all.
That would have
been awesome if his name was Proper.
Why would she say proper? It doesn't make sense.
Like, you're proper, like you're doing it right.
We'll put the subtitles on. We'll see who wins.
Anyway, so Travis like brings all this like random shit, and so he brings a bong, and he's like, "Oh, I don't use this anymore. I thought someone could get use out of it, but I always thought it was some weird nail gun from like his garage." Because it's some weird like nail sticking out of it.
Well, kitchen supplies, and he goes, "Why would a nail gun be in the kitchen?"
That's right. Continued to be confused.
Oh, sweet.
I'm about
sweetie.
as clueless as this movie.
Sweet knife, sweetie. I love it. All right, so that brings us to our next segment, Sweetie Questions. Here we go.
All right.
Okay. Question number 1. Are they friends with Amber? Question mark. This is an eternal
Frenemies?
question. Yeah, but why? Okay, but she sits with them, so evidence that they are in fact friends with her. she sits with them at lunch. Just like they're not talking to her, but she's at their table, so you'd think they're acquaintances, I guess. Yeah. She's in the group picture with everybody by the fountain. Interesting. I think that was
like same social status, but I don't think they're actually friends.
So you have to sit with people and like pretend that you're friends.
I mean, we've watched how many other movies have we watched about like lunchroom, cafeteria tables, and how like a big deal that
but like they're so mean to her and like she's mean to them. Like it just doesn't seem.
Yeah, it's not an ideal friendship.
It's always been confusion.
She should really be thinking about getting out of that friendship group because they don't treat her very well.
And she should stop wearing her hair like Pippi Longstocking.
Oh, she's the worst hairstyles. That woman is she's a full-on Monet, is not a joke.
Totes. What do you got? Questions?
My question for you, you'll know the answer to this. Oh. Remember when she's in the car with Elton and he's like confessing his love to her and she's suddenly realizing like, like I've thought about this completely wrong. He actually likes me and not Ty. And she goes, I'm feeling like this is a Twin Peaks experience. What does that mean?
It just meant that like it's weird and uncomfortable, like awkward.
There's no like direct reference to the show?
I don't think so. Okay. I think it's just like scary, like, ooh, like I need to get out of here. Like it's creepy.
All right. What year in college is Josh?
Well, I always assumed he's a freshman. It's like he seems to be in and out a lot. He's coming to Mel's a lot. He's like joining all the clubs. Seems like a freshman thing. And it just makes the age difference between him and Cher less so. There's just, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I just assume that.
Yeah, I mean, I really have no idea, but I hope he's younger, right? Because I just think that would be kind of skis stuff.
And the comments she's making towards him make it sound like this is a new thing.
Well, he wants to be a lawyer, though, so would he know freshman year?
Sure.
I don't know.
May not stick with it, but
no.
That's it. Is Cher Jewish? Question for you.
Oh. I don't know.
Horowitz. Right?
Could be, could not be.
They don't seem Jewish. It's just interesting that they chose that.
She doesn't look Jewish.
Good one. Yeah. Any other questions?
Is the relationship appropriate between Josh and Cher?
I mean, I think it's fine. It's not, like I said, they were probably married for like a split second. They hated each other. Like, it wasn't, you're not blood related. It's fine.
I still think I would just consider that one a no-go.
It's not like they lived together, though.
I still think that's weird. How many people have you met that's like, hey, yeah, we used to be stepbrother and stepsister?
I mean, on Teen Mom, Caitlin and Tyler are basically stepbrother and sister. What? Her mom married his creepy dad with the mustache who was like in and out of prison.
Whatever. It's still really cute, and I like root for them as a couple, but
I like it. When I was younger, I thought it was so gross.
Yeah.
And now watching it, I'm totally fine with it.
Well, because who doesn't love Paul Rudd? Even if it was her real brother, you'd probably be like, yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Paul Rudd's the cutest.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know. He's super
cute. Really like introduced Paul Rudd to the world,
to the masses,
and he is like so awesome.
Cute.
He's such a nice, awesome guy, and has had such good success because I feel like he really deserves it because he's freaking funny. But
yeah,
God, I just love him so much. And he's just so cute in this. Just a fresh-faced little ingenue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
What is the Pismo Beach disaster? Fill everybody in.
When I was little, I really thought it was like a world crisis, like something that like Kosovo when we were little
Chernobyl?
Was like a big thing. No, not Chernobyl. It was like something like world. Actually, new question. Side tangent question. What does Miss Geist teach?
History and English, maybe.
Why is she always talking about like social things? I thought she was teaching like social environment work. What's debate? No one has a debate class.
It's a really good school.
I don't know.
You guys are so
okay.
smart here.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Pismo Beach is. Please tell us.
Pismo Beach is just a community or a town, city on the coast of California. However, they made up this fake disaster for this movie. So if you Google Pismo Beach disaster, it shows up in the movie Clueless. Like, they said a disaster happened here, and it did not. So there you go.
All right.
False news. Fake news.
Dang. Did Murray ever have hair? To see when he shaves his head off? Yeah. Like, did he have hair under that? I don't know. I'm always confused why she gets so upset when he shaves his head. I'm like, I don't remember him having hair at all. Yeah. So,
do you think Dion and Murray made it?
Yes. I think they definitely made it. I'm not 100% sure about Cher and Josh. I'm not 100% on that. I just feel like I don't know if she's the college type. Like, what's gonna,
where do you think
like, it depends on her if she ends up somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's talk a little bit about the TV show that got spun off of this. That was really weird because they found someone who looked exactly like Alicia Silverstone but was not as funny or didn't have any other kind of charisma. And coincidentally, it was a girl from Are You Afraid of the Dark, right?
Yeah, which we just watched.
And then Dion was in it. Wasn't she?
Maybe.
And
Amber was, definitely.
And Donald Faison, who's Murray, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no Josh.
Yep, no Josh. No, it was a different
Ty.
dad. I can see the dad.
Oh, yeah, me too.
No Ty. And it was just like, I mean, I understand why they wanted to do it because this was such a popular movie and it got all the rage, but it just did not work.
Yeah.
In like a TV format.
I think I saw the dad in New York City. He was like in a play, or like I saw him on the side door, and I was like, "Hey, it's the dad."
Who's like in stuff, but you have no idea what his name is, but you could like tell what all the stuff he's in.
Totally weird show.
But that didn't last very long. Yeah, it's just one of those, like, I get why they do it, but you just want to be like, no, go back in time like Marty McFly and be like, don't do it. Ixnay, the Clueless sequel.
Any other questions? That's the last one I have.
Yeah, no. Oh, no.
She's got several questions. Ladies and gentlemen, next question.
Oh, no.
That's no question. I have. Questions are gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Skip into Sweetie Alumni.
Sweetie Alumni. Yeah. Happy graduation to you. We got a lot in this one. Since this is an Amy Heckerling film, she kind of uses it. She tends to use kind of some of the same people. So, from along that note, we have obviously Amy Heckerling, director, Look Who's Talking, and this film. Twink Kaplan from Look Who's Talking is Miss Geist. Wallace Shawn from Princess Bride.
But she didn't direct these. The only person that's been in a Amy Heckerling movie is Twink, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Wallace Shawn, who's in The Princess Bride, as what's that guy's name?
Vicini.
Yeah, Vicini. Julie Brown from Earth Girls Are Easy.
Woo!
Is Miss. I always forget the Jim Teeter's name. Stoger. Mr. Horowitz, Cher's dad, is Morty in The First Wives Club, and Tully in Addams Family. You're good. Excuse me. And then the maid in The First Wives Club is also the maid in this.
What are the odds?
Lucy. I am not a Mexican. What's her problem?
She's from El Salvador. So?
Entirely different country. I don't speak Mexican.
So I would like to point out that we just discovered on this rewatch that we believe, we may need a closer detective eye on this, but we believe that Ms. Geist and Mr. Hall get married at Cher's house. Yeah. And the reason why we spotted this is because I noticed that the maid is in the scene at the end with the bouquets being thrown. I was like, why is the maid there? And then it kind of looks like the backyard pool scene.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She was working at the wedding.
I mean, she was a maid of honor. I mean, was she the maid of honor?
Oh.
She was, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Wow.
I mean, Dion got the shaft. She was there too.
And she invited all of the students.
I know. Weird.
Literally all of the students were there.
And was like, have it at my house. Weird. I guess.
But then I can invite all my friends.
I don't know. Yeah.
Weird, dude.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, that was soups weird. Random thought. Remember Changing for Gym?
Yeah.
So they their gym class in this is so shitty. They just have a tennis ball machine that launches the tennis balls, and they just hit the ball with a racket. So as Cher says, she has great speech that the phys ed program at this school is is atrocious or something. It's a disgrace. We stand in line for 40 minutes just to hit one ball. I doubt I worked off the calories in this piece of sugar-free gum.
Carefree gum. Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
So funny. But like, so they all are in these like kind of funny gym outfits, but pretty like swanky because it's like a, Beverly Hills-ish kind of school. And it just reminded me of changing for gym. That totally sucks.
Especially if you had it like in the morning or something. Like no one ever showered.
Well, you never go to the middle school, but in the middle school we had to wear like these shirts that had our names on them. So it was like it said like Nasanam, and there was this big like yellow block, and you had to write your name on them. Okay. Just because I guess because you would rotate gym teachers, or they would have subs a lot in gym or something. I don't know.
I didn't know everyone's name.
And then in high school you didn't have to do that. Remember that like locker room, and you like had a locker, and you could like keep your shit in there. But it was like nobody ever showered. I guess we didn't get like sweaty because you weren't doing anything.
Who had a towel? I don't know. You didn't want to get naked in front of people. It was like not a naked.
Well,
not
I
a
remember
naked time.
when we had to change for in middle school. That's when I didn't actually have boobs yet, but I like convinced mom that I needed a bra because we had to change in front of other girls in the locker room. And I was like, oh, I don't want them to see my like flat chest. So I got this bra at Bradley's.
Bradley's.
Oh, that like clasp in the front. And it was white.
I had one like that too.
Little,
and the clasp always would like open during the day, like underneath your shirt. You'd be like, whoops, gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh my God.
Good
times.
times.
That was. You're like, yay, boobs and bras. And now we're like, I hate bras. Never want to wear them. It sucks.
Silly. So silly. Girl talk.
We've really come around. Yeah. And then my last note here is shout out to the Mighty Mighty Bosstones, a Boston-based band who are at the band at the college party. And they provide a great little like soundtrack and music for that one scene. And I'd always just love the guy who just dances on the stage. I think that is the funniest thing.
He's everyone's favorite part for
anything.
sure.
Oh
he does
God.
like just the Running Man the whole time.
The whole time. And there's like one part where he hits the lead singer. He like dances into him. I mean, that must happen all of the time. But he's like all sweaty and he's like, it's like
God bless him.
Ska music.
God bless him.
It's like weird ska music. But yeah, I think they still tour. I think I feel like someone I knew just went to one of their shows at like one of the smaller clubs around here. So they're still alive, you Mighty Mighty Bosstones. What was like the big song that they had?
The one they played in the song, right?
No. Oh, never had to knock on wood, but I know someone who has. It makes me wonder if I could. It makes me wonder. Do you remember that? The Brian Setzer Orchestra.
Yeah. Jump, you gotta jump, jive, where you gotta jump, jive, anywhere you gotta.
Or Cherry Pop and Daddies.
They were my. That was my jam.
Remember that was like a thing.
Ryan, roll back a lot of beer. Good times.
90s.
Good times. I just thought of something really important I needed to bring up. Now I can't fucking remember. Let's talk about bras for too long. Changing in gym class, something.
Why can't I talk about bras?
No, I don't know. It just distracted me, I guess. I don't know.
Everybody can relate.
Yeah, I guess. Ugh, I don't know.
Quit.
I thought it was good.
Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, I guess. I just thought I had so many more interesting things to say. I feel like we let down. I feel like a letdown. I don't know. I feel
like
weird.
We said all the best lines. I feel like we did some singing.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess that's it, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this amazing Clueless podcast. I'm going on a little vacation tomorrow, so we're going to be releasing this one. I think, well, it'll be next week by the time you listen to it. But adios. See you in a couple weeks. I'll miss you all greatly.
Well, for everyone, for the listeners, it won't seem like you're gone at all.
Yeah, I know.
So I'll be releasing them, hopefully.
No, I know. Just
okay.
In case I don't come back.
Oh my God! Don't say that, God. Anyways, thanks for listening. As always, please leave us a review on iTunes. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at the Sweetie Club and on Instagram at Large Marge Sent Us. Thanks just for listening. We like you a lot. Actually, we love you. Let's be real.
I love you. You love me.
Thanks
We're
for
the
listening
awesomest
to the
podcaster
podcast,
listeners that
sweeties.
could be. That is, we can't sing together because we
used to. We used to.
You won't let me do anymore because I look
Because
in
of
your eyes
Newman?
creepy.
Oh man, we've had some good hits. We're gonna release an album someday with all the hits, so get ready for that. Also, a music video with our theme song. It's coming.
Boy, you gonna pay 'cause baby, I'm the one that's keeping
yeah.
score.
Oh.
Someday Someday.
What song is that? I gotta listen to that.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
I'm my 90s rift. Anyway.
Whew, all right.
Gots to go.
Yeah, we gotta have a dance party. All right. Bye.
Bye.